I picked these because I really like the moths in the collection. They're a very interesting collection of, well, objects, I suppose, and we don't get to put them out on display very often because they're quite fragile, so I really wanted to just show you some of what we've got tucked away in the store. They've got a bit of an unfair reputation as being small brown boring creatures that only come out at night, so I'd like to show you some of the more spectacular species we've got in the collection. I'm going to start with a group called the tiger moths. As you can see, they're probably the more colourful and exotic looking species that you're likely to see in this country. Next we have the emperor moth. This is one of the UK's largest moth species, and it's also our only member of the silk moth family, and the caterpillars actually spend the winter in silk cocoons. It's got these very distinctive spots on the wings which resemble eyes, and these are used for defence. So if they get attacked, they'll spread their wings and the predator will see these spots and think they're a much larger and fiercer creature than they are and will back off, which hopefully gives them a chance to get away. It's also thought that these will fool the predator into attacking the edges of the wings rather than the moth's head, which again will hopefully give it a chance to escape. Next we have the lunar hornet moth, which closely resembles a hornet, hence the name. This is a brilliant example of what's known as a mimic, in which a harmless species will imitate one that's got some form of natural defence. So obviously in this case, hornets have got quite a painful sting, so predators will have learned to recognise them and avoid them, and the moth hopes that by assuming the same colours that the predator will avoid them as well. And finally we have the death's head hawk moth. This is the UK's largest moth species. They're a fairly rare sight in this country because they only migrate here during the summer. It's too cold for them in the winter. They're named for the white spot on the back of the head, which strongly resembles a human skull. Because they look quite sinister, they've got a bit of a reputation in folklore as being creatures of ill omen, but they are actually completely harmless. The adults have got a couple of interesting habits. One is that if they're disturbed, they'll make a loud squeaking noise, a bit like a mouse. And the other one is that they've got quite a taste for honey and they'll actually raid beehives in order to get it. It's not known exactly how they do this without being attacked by the bees, but it's thought they give out some form of chemical signature which fools the hive into thinking they're friendly.